Well, folks in YouTube land, you wanted drama? By God, here it is. We have another crack. So I'm out working on the Jeep, putting some bumpers and whatnot on it. Get a phone call from Donna, and she sends me a picture, and we have got water pouring out from underneath the dining room slide on our camper. I stabbed a hole in the underbelly just to, check. And water comes pouring out of it. So I guess we're gonna pull the underbelly down. All the water that's been pooled up in there will fall out on you, so I am wet from head to toe now. I guess we'll let Donna turn the water on and we'll see what happens. Just ease it on, yeah. Other than the water that was, laying right down flat here, I mean, it is dry under here. There is nothing under here. So we have turned the water back on. The washing machine is back running again. Donna has went through and run all the faucets and the shower and everything in the house. Can't recreate it. So now what do you do? Well, now that my old butt has rolled around on the ground, cut a hole in the bottom, got water, and I really think that water is just coming from condensation and miscellaneous water that has come around from wherever. We're back to using it again, and we can't seem to recreate it. So this story will be one of those to be continued, I guess. Well, the adventure continues. It's been a few days. I say a few days. It's been a couple of days since you last saw us. We had the water leak problem. We have looked and looked and looked, and we cannot recreate it. So fast forward to the night after you saw me, and about 2 o'clock in the morning, Donna heard a noise and jumped out of bed, and there was literally water raining down from this area right here, just pouring like a thunderstorm kind of pouring. Come to find out, and I'll show you, there is a sprinkler head that's right up underneath here, and it is just the right height and the direction to hit under the underside of our slide. The sprinkler head had come apart. It was shooting a stream of water about as big as my thumb up. So we are attributing that water to accumulating on top, and that was probably what was pouring down as it had been, the wind blew or something, I don't know. We cannot recreate it, and we cannot find a water leak anywhere, so we're gonna put this thing back together. So let's see, we got it, looks like stitched back up with our zip ties. We're gonna cut these ends off, put some tape over it, and hopefully that'll hold. Well, there it is, all dressed up, how we're gonna leave it. There, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully we won't have a leak. If we do have another leak, we have an access panel to get to from here. So that sprinkler head popping off at 2 o'clock in the morning is because that it was spraying on our door. The only way to get out to get it covered up or stopped was that I had to walk through it. At 2 o'clock in the morning, a cold shower is just terrible. Definitely not something you get to do every day. Today is an air show day. We are in the flight path of the Blue Angels. Made several passes over here. We'll see if I can catch a couple of shots. Well, it is a bright and sunny Monday morning. Time for another travel day. Donna's wrapping up her projects on the inside and getting the last of the connections. We will be on just water and electric for tonight, and then we'll be at a state park where we'll be on just water and electric for a couple more nights, but they've got dump stations, so we should be all right. Well, we hadn't talked about it so much because it's been such a hot topic, but one of our videos from a couple years back is we had the infamous frame flex. Not frame failure, because there's two different things, but anyway, and we had the right rear side fixed as well because there was a small crack in it. Well, now we've got us a new little crack, And after making some calls to Keystone and making an appointment with Affinity RV Repair Group, we are on our way to Indiana this fall, the end of September, to have our repairs done. So this is the spot that we had fixed last time, which is dirty now, but it's hard to tell. But if you look back here, you can see a hump in this area right here. We are of the opinion that there's a broken well in there, and Keystone's agreed to fix that as well. So hopefully we can get in and get out at a reasonable timeline. So I'm not one of the naysayers or whatever. Keystone has so far stood behind their product. If you drag these things up and down the road like we do, and we put a lot of miles on this rig, bouncing up and down these highways, and any of you that travel out here know that the roads are just terrible. I mean, something's going to give. It's just no way to do it. And we've got independent suspension. Speaking of, we got our independent suspension in 2021. And while we're in the Goshen, Indiana area, we're going to go back by and have a tune-up done on our independent suspension. We're going to get them to make sure the alignment's good, that everything, give it a good once over while we're in the area there. So I'm looking forward to visiting with the folks at MoRide and get that taken care of. So that's the latest updates with the Cottywomple Travelers. We'll see you in a minute. We'll be on the road soon. Before we get going, we always make us a little snack for the road. So we got a little care package for the road. Jack's got one in here too, so we get his water and a couple treats and his food and pack them away as we get ready to go. Well, that is one thing about this Kansas-Nebraska run out through here. There ain't a whole lot of anything out through these parts. Cornfields. Beautiful, but lots of cornfields. Well, we've made it to our one-night stop. City Park. Cozad, C-O-Z-A, Cozad. I'm not real sure what you call it, but man, what a beautiful place. That's first come, first serve. And they say there's a drop box, and I think I see it up there, but I got to drop box and leave a donation, whatever it is. I think it's 20 bucks a night, something to that effect. But 50 amp power and water. And let's say it's a nice place. Yeah. So we're gonna hang out.
There'll be a ball game tonight.
Maybe so. And yes, there's ball fields literally right across the street from us. So I don't know if any of the kids will be playing ball tonight or not, but if they are, we'll get your ball game tonight. Right now we're gonna get the air conditioners running. It's 96 degrees in this little town. Fill out the pink sheet. It goes in the vehicle envelope. Go down in the drop box. So $25 for one night for 50 amp power, water with really good water pressure, and a dump station. You can't beat that, guys. You have to look for these small places. This is kind of this is what traveling's all about. 25 bucks for an overnight stay wasn't bad. Had a few thunderstorms roll through during the night, but things weren't all that bad. There's lots of water out here. One thing that we didn't take into account for was that we're headed west, and we're crossing over the timeline. So we're going to Nebraska State Park in Nebraska. They have a 4 o'clock check-in time. Who does 4 o'clock check-in times? 4 o'clock check-in time, really? So we called ahead, talked to them, and they said that yes, we could come in early, thank goodness. Anyway, time to get up the power and water and get us on the road. Now, don't get us wrong. We are a huge fan of state parks. We like being out in nature. I like having the trails to walk on and all that kind of thing. But Nebraska, speaking to you, it was a reasonable price for the campground. $69 for 2 nights.
But
okay. And when I looked on the website, it said that it had water and electric, and I'm figuring, okay, $69 for 2 nights, water and electric. problem with it is it does have water, but the water is not at your site. It has water, as I show you, that you have to fill up your tank and work off of. And then on top of that, just to add insult to injury, I paid for the camper, but when you get here, I have to pay another $14 a day for the truck. And then Donna has to pay, which we understand, paying for an extra vehicle. That's not that. $14 extra a day for that. So we ended up paying $56 extra on top of the $69 once we got here for a site that only has electricity. So yeah.
It looks like a really pretty part, though.
It does. It seems very nice. It's very quiet. It's well kept. All that kind of stuff. But holy crap! For
Nebraska, what are you doing?
Yeah, for $130, I'd have went and got me a dang resort somewhere.
Right?
There was what we'll call a scenic road that went to some national forest driving. When we made it up here and surprised, it's called the Black Hills Overlook. So kind of cool up here. You can see a long way. Didn't realize how high up we really were.